Criminals are evolving and finding more sophisticated ways to steal your money. Super skimmers are now being used and they're pretty hard to detect.
Your debit card just became the weakest link in your financial security, and criminals know exactly how to exploit it. Last year, the Federal Trade Commission reported over $10 billion stolen through debit card fraud, with most victims discovering the theft days after their accounts were already drained. Today, we're exposing 10 debit card scams spreading like wildfire right now, including one that can empty your checking account without you ever losing your card. Coming in at number 10, the invisible shimmer that's replacing old-school skimmers. You insert your debit card into the ATM slot. It goes in smoothly. Nothing feels wrong. But in that half-second slide, a paper-thin circuit board just captured every detail from your card's chip. You won't see it. You won't feel it. The shimmer sits completely inside the machine, invisible to everyone. Here's how it devastates accounts. Unlike skimmers that sit on top, shimmers hide deep inside the card reader itself. They're thinner than a credit card, about 0.68 millimeters. When you insert your card, the shimmer reads your chip data in real time. It stores hundreds of card numbers on a memory chip smaller than your fingernail. Scammers return days later, extract the device in seconds, and clone your card data onto blank cards they buy online for $3 each. The FBI's IC3 division confirmed shimmer attacks increased by 700% last year. One ring in California hit 42 ATMs in 6 weeks. They stole $1.8 million before anyone noticed the pattern. Victims said the same thing. Their cards never left their wallets. And here's what banks won't tell you. Shimmer devices can't be detected by the usual card reader wiggle test. They're completely internal. Most victims only find out when their mortgage payment bounces. Your only defense? Use tap to pay whenever possible. Shimmers can't read contactless transactions. If you must insert your card, choose ATMs inside banks during business hours. Criminals rarely install shimmers where employees are watching. That's terrifying enough. But at number 9, scammers don't even need to touch your card. At number 9, criminals are literally stealing your money while walking past you in crowds. Picture this. You're standing in line at the coffee shop. Someone brushes past you with their backpack. 3 seconds later, they've captured your debit card information through your wallet. You never took your card out. They never touched you. But the transaction just happened. RFID scanners can read contactless debit cards from up to 6 feet away. The scanner looks like a regular smartphone. Costs about $30 on Amazon. Takes 5 minutes to set up. Scammers call it electronic pickpocketing. They walk through crowded subways, concerts, airports. One pass near your pocket or purse captures your card number, expiration date, and sometimes your name. They clone this data onto blank cards within minutes. Security researcher Roger Grimes demonstrated this at DF Con last year. He scanned 37 cards in 10 minutes just walking through the conference hall. The card owners had no idea. Some cards transmitted enough data for immediate online purchases. Here's the part that should scare you. Newer debit cards with tap to pay are especially vulnerable. Banks promise they're secure. They said the technology only works within 2 inches. But modified scanners with signal amplifiers can extend that range to several feet. The instant fix that actually works? RFID blocking wallets or sleeves. They cost about $10 and create a Faraday cage around your cards. Or wrap your debit card in aluminum foil. Seriously, it blocks the radio waves completely. But the next scam happens after you've already made a legitimate purchase. Sliding into number 8, a scam that happens right at the checkout while you're distracted. You're buying groceries. The cashier asks if you want cash back. You say $20. But while you're bagging items, they quietly change it to $200. Your receipt shows the higher amount. Your account gets drained. And technically, you authorized it by entering your PIN. This scam explodes during busy shopping seasons. The cashier, sometimes working with organized crime, targets distracted shoppers, parents with crying kids, people on phone calls, anyone who won't carefully check their receipt. They pocket the extra cash at the end of their shift. Some stores have lost hundreds of thousands before catching on. The National Retail Federation found this scam cost consumers $450 million annually. One grocery chain in Texas discovered 3 employees stole $67,000 in 4 months using this exact method. The victims? Mostly elderly customers who trusted the friendly cashier. What makes this especially cruel? Banks often refuse to refund the money. You entered your PIN. The transaction looks legitimate. Security cameras show you at the register. Good luck proving you didn't receive that cash. Your protection is simple but critical. Always verify the cash back amount on the screen before entering your PIN. Say it out loud. $20 cash back, correct? Make the cashier confirm. Check your receipt before leaving the register. If the amount is wrong, demand a manager immediately. Want to stay ahead of new scams before they hit your account? Subscribe now so you don't miss the next warning. Speaking of legitimate-looking theft, number 7 will make you question every card reader you see. At number 7, here's one most people still fall for: the pump that steals your card data while you fill your tank. You pull into the gas station at night, insert your debit card. The screen freezes for 2 seconds, then works normally. You pump your gas and leave. 3 days later, charges from 3 states away appear on your account. Here's what really happened at that pump. Bluetooth skimmers are the new nightmare at gas stations. Criminals install them inside the pump, completely invisible from outside. They take 30 seconds to install with a universal key bought online. The skimmer connects to your phone via Bluetooth from up to 80 feet away. While you pump gas, criminals sit in a nearby car downloading every card that's been used that day. The Secret Service found 1,200 of these devices last year. Just one skimmer in Miami captured 1,700 card numbers in 3 weeks. Total theft? $2.8 million. The station owner had no idea. The victims thought their cards got compromised online. Here's what gas stations don't advertise. Those security stickers on pumps? Criminals can buy identical ones on eBay. The inspection dates on pumps? Sometimes months old. That credit card logo saying it's safe means nothing if the internal reader's been modified. The one defense that actually works is surprisingly simple. Pay inside with the attendant, always. If you must pay at the pump, choose one directly in front of the store windows. Criminals avoid installing skimmers where employees can see them. But even paying inside won't protect you from number 6. Number 6 is happening in restaurants and stores you trust every single day. The server brings your check. You hand over your debit card. They walk away to run it. Normal, right? Except they're running it through 2 machines, the restaurant's real terminal and their own pocket skimmer. In 5 seconds, they've copied your card's magnetic strip and watched you enter your PIN from across the room. Portable skimmers now cost $50 online. They're smaller than a phone. Restaurant workers, retail employees, even hotel staff use them. They sell your card data on dark web forums for $15 to $45 per card. One waiter in New York stole 120 card numbers in 2 weeks, made $4,000 in cash before getting caught. According to AT Group's fraud study, internal employee theft accounts for $1.9 billion in annual losses. The hospitality industry is the worst. Restaurants see 30% more card fraud than retail stores. Why? Because we hand our cards to strangers and let them walk away. Has this ever happened to you at a restaurant? Drop your story below. Here's the terrifying part. These employees know exactly how much to steal. They check your balance first with a small test charge. If you've got money, they sell your data to international fraud rings within hours. By morning, your card's been used in 5 countries. Never let your debit card out of sight. Ever. Use credit cards at restaurants. They have fraud protection. If you must use debit, pay at the register yourself. Watch them run it. Shield your PIN completely. That few seconds of paranoia beats weeks of fighting with your bank. The next scam is even more sinister because it comes from companies you trust. At number 5, the subscription scam that's completely legal and completely devastating. You sign up for a free trial. 7 days of streaming, a fitness app, maybe vitamins. You enter your debit card for verification only. They promise no charges. Then $89.99 disappears from your account. Then again next month, and the month after. Suddenly you're down $500 and the company says you agreed to it. These negative option billing scams generated 42 million complaints to the FTC last year. Companies hide terms in 4-point font. They auto-renew without notification. They make cancellation nearly impossible. Phone lines that disconnect, email addresses that bounce, websites with no cancel button. One supplement company charged customers for 16 months after they tried canceling. The Better Business Bureau tracked $1.3 billion lost to subscription traps last year. Victims spent an average of 4 hours trying to cancel. Some gave up and just closed their bank accounts. Others discovered the company kept charging the new card number their bank issued. Here's what's truly evil about this. It's perfectly legal if buried in their terms. You clicked agree. Your debit card provided instant access to your checking account. No protection like credit cards offer. The bulletproof solution? Use virtual card numbers for trials. Privacy.com and similar services create temporary card numbers that you can pause or delete instantly. Set spending limits. Block recurring charges. Never give your real debit card for free anything. Think that's manipulative? Number 4, targets your kindness. G. Coming in at number 4, the scam hiding inside your phone's payment apps. Your phone buzzes. Your debit card was just added to Apple Pay on a new device. You never added it. Someone just hijacked your digital wallet. Within minutes, they're buying electronics, gift cards, and cryptocurrency. Your bank sees authorized tap to pay transactions. You see your savings vanishing in real time. Digital wallet fraud exploded 200% last year, according to Javelin Research. Here's how it works. Criminals get your card number from any breach or skimmer. They add it to their phone's payment app. Some banks don't verify properly. The criminal starts shopping immediately. Contactless payments up to $200 need no PIN. They hit multiple stores in an hour. One victim in Portland lost $3,400 in 45 minutes. The thief added her debit card to Samsung Pay at 2 a.m. By sunrise, they'd bought 6 iPhones, 3 gaming systems, and $800 in gift cards. The bank initially refused her dispute. The transactions looked legitimate, all tap to pay at real stores. But here's what's worse. Some criminals are now social engineering bank customer service to add cards. They call pretending to be you. Answer a few security questions found on social media. Suddenly your card's on their phone. Do you think banks actually protect customers or just themselves? Your immediate defense? Enable instant notifications for every transaction. Turn on two-factor authentication for adding cards to new devices. Check your bank app's digital wallet settings weekly. Remove your debit card from digital wallets entirely. Use credit only. Number 3 makes even that precaution useless. At number 3, this one hits closer to home. Criminals aren't just stealing your card, they're stealing your entire identity. Your phone loses signal randomly, you restart it. Nothing. Hours later, you can't log into your bank account. Password reset emails never arrive. That's when you realize someone ported your phone number, hijacked your two-factor authentication, and now controls your entire debit account. They're not just stealing money, they're changing your address, ordering new cards, and applying for loans in your name. SIM swapping attacks increased 450% last year. The FBI received 13,000 reports with losses exceeding $431 million. Here's the nightmare process. Criminals gather basic information from data breaches or social media. They call your phone carrier pretending to be you, claim they lost their phone. The underpaid customer service rep transfers your number to the criminal's SIM card. Now they receive all your texts, including bank verification codes. They reset your passwords, lock you out, and drain everything. One victim in Manhattan lost $84,000 in one afternoon. Another watched helplessly as criminals transferred her entire retirement savings while she stood in the phone store trying to recover her number. What makes this terrifying? Banks often blame you. They see verified logins with correct two-factor codes. Must be legitimate, right? You spend months fighting to prove your identity was stolen. Here's your critical protection. Call your phone carrier today. Add a port freeze or takeover protection PIN. Use authentication apps instead of SMS for two-factor codes. Never post personal details that could answer security questions. Your first car, pet's name, high school, it's all ammunition for identity thieves. That digital nightmare is growing, but number 2 happens in person. At number 2, the scam that turns ATM deposits into financial disasters. You sell something online. The buyer seems legitimate. They meet you at your bank's ATM. Deposit cash directly into your account while you watch. You see the confirmation screen. The receipt shows the money pending. You hand over the item. 2 days later, the deposit reverses. The cash was fake checks or empty envelopes. Your account is negative. The buyer vanished with your property. ATM deposit fraud cost banks $1.6 billion last year, but customers absorbed millions more in losses. Criminals exploit the federal requirement that banks make funds available quickly. They know exact cutoff times. They use ATMs with envelope deposits. Some even use real bills on top and paper underneath. One seller in Phoenix lost a $3,000 motorcycle this way. Watched the buyer deposit cash at a Chase ATM, got a receipt showing $3,000 pending. 3 days later, Chase reversed the deposit. The envelope contained cut newspaper. The buyer's information was fake. Police said it happens weekly. Here's the gut punch. Banks hold you responsible for accepting fraudulent deposits. That negative balance, your problem. Overdraft fees, you pay them. The item you sold, gone forever. Never accept ATM deposits from strangers. Period. Demand cash in hand, verified at a bank teller window. Or use payment services with seller protection. If someone insists on ATM deposits, they're scamming you. Walk away immediately. Ever noticed how refund policies always favor the company, not you? And now, the #1 debit card scam destroying accounts nationwide. The #1 spot goes to the scam your own bank enables, the Zelle payment you can never reverse. Your phone rings. It's your bank calling about suspicious activity. The number matches your bank's. The caller knows your recent transactions. They say someone's attempting a wire transfer. To stop it, you need to secure your funds by moving them to a safe account via Zelle. You follow their instructions, send the money, and it's gone forever. You just robbed yourself. Zelle fraud exploded to $440 million in reported losses last year. The real numbers likely triple that. Criminals spoof bank phone numbers. They reference real transactions from data breaches. They create panic. Act now or lose everything. Victims send money thinking they're protecting it. Banks refuse refunds because technically you authorized the transfer. Senator Elizabeth Warren's report found major banks denied 90% of Zelle fraud claims. One elderly woman lost $19,000 in 15 minutes. Bank of America told her she authorized it. Case closed. Another victim sent $9,000 to secure her account. Wells Fargo said not their problem. Here's what's sinister. Banks profit from Zelle transfers. They push it aggressively. They know it's irreversible. They know criminals exploit it. Yet they refuse to implement basic protections like confirmation delays or reversal windows. Your ironclad rule? Banks never ask you to move money for security. Never. Not via Zelle, wire transfer, gift cards, or cryptocurrency. If anyone calls claiming fraud, hang up. Call your bank directly using the number on your card. Verify everything independently. Treat Zelle like handing cash to strangers, because that's exactly what it is. These scams are spreading faster than anyone realizes, and the next wave targets something you use every single day, your credit card. In our next video, we expose how criminals are exploiting buy now, pay later services to destroy your credit while shopping with your money. Don't let them win. Subscribe now and learn how to spot every trick before it drains your wallet.